It's a wonderful turnout. It's a wonderful turnout. We're all waiting to celebrate and burst with joy in honor of Yom Ha'atzmaut. But before Yom Ha'atzmaut,
Wait.
Before Yom Ha'atzmaut, we're here to commemorate Yom HaZikaron. So the beginning of the program will be more solemn than the end of the program. And we begin with Cantor Raffi in song.
כשהלב בוכה, רק אלוהים שומע, הכאב עולה מתוך הנשמה, אדם נופל לפני שהוא שוקע, בתפילה קטנה חותכת הדממה, שמע ישראל אלוהי, אתה כל יכול, נתת לי את חיי, נתת לי הכל, בעיניי דמעה, הלב בוכה בשקט, וכשהלב שותק, הנשמה זועקת. שמע ישראל אלוהי, עכשיו אני לבד, חזק אותי אלוהי, עשה שלא אבחר, הכאב גדול ואין לאן לברוח, עשה שיגמר כי לא נותר בי כוח.
That was a song written in 2000 after 2 Israeli soldiers were brutally murdered by terrorists. And it begins our evening commemorating Yom HaZikaron. Right now, it is my honor to introduce our Shin Shin, Omri Peleg, who lives in Israel and has spent the last 9 months with us here at VBS in our schools, in our synagogue, educating us, teaching us in service about his beautiful country of Israel, our beautiful country of Israel, and he will be joining the service, Tzahal, the army, in the coming year. So we are honored to have him speak this evening and teach us a little bit about Yom HaZikaron.
Yeah, thank you. So my name is Omri, and I came here in August. I come from Israel, and I volunteer in this community, in the day school, and the youth lounge, and the ECLC, and teach about Israel and the love of the country. And Yom HaZikaron for me is really, really, you know what? It's the most important day of the year to me. And I really wanted to let the people feel how much it is felt in Israel and how much in Israel people are so attached to this day. And as in Israel, we have the siren. So in Israel, there's a siren that is being held out across all the country. Sometimes when you hear that siren and you are in the room with all the people that stand up, you don't really get the sense of how much it is in Israel. Because in Israel, it's not just the room, it's literally all the country that's standing and are giving respect to all those people. And I really want us together to give the respect right now. So if you can please stand up. And I'm going to show a video that is implementing the siren in Israel. And you can try to visualize it because you will see the people standing in the streets and everywhere. It's not showing. Sorry. No, I know. Where's that? Excuse me. Oh, there we go. Check. It's not showing on the screen. Okay. There it is. Sorry.
Please remain standing as we end Yom HaZikaron, Israel's Memorial Day, with Kaddish in memory of the 24,000 brave men and women who have sacrificed their lives so that the state of Israel could be a reality in our days. Please recite it with me. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam u'lolmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemede kudesha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen Yehi shlema rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom bimromav Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated.
Yes, so I really want to share with you today a story. This is Yehuda Kendror, and he was 19 years old, like me, almost next year. He, like every 18-year-old in Israel, he went to the army, and in 1956 there was the Sinai War in Sinai, and he was a paratrooper, and he fought in the Battle of the Mitle. It's an area in Sinai, and his platoon was in a really bad situation. And his commander asked for a volunteer. No one had raised their hand except Yehuda. And what Yehuda did, he went and got onto those jeeps back in the day that weren't bulletproof, weren't nothing that can protect. And he just took it and drove away to the Egyptians because they were hiding and they didn't know, the IDF didn't know where they come from. So Yehuda just drove away, and by that he saved his friends and he saved his brothers. And I heard this story a couple years ago, and every Yom HaZikaron, this guy can't get out of my head because of what he did and because what he sacrificed for himself. And, after he did that mission, his friends, they said he passed away. But Yehuda crawled back, being wounded from head to toe. And then he died from his wounds 2 months after that in the hospital. And every time I think about this story, I just can't imagine what went inside his head. Because, people often talk about brave humans that do things on an instinct. Because they do it just really on an instinct. But here it's kind of the other way around. Because here he had time to think. He had time to think about what's the cause of that mission, what's the cause of doing that. And he said, no, I'm still going to do it, and I know the consequences. For me, I have no words. I would like to sing a song. So Idan Amedi was a fighter in the IDF back in the early 2000s, and he wrote a song because he had seen a lot of hard stuff during his service, and he had a relationship during that time. and his girlfriend, he felt that she doesn't understand him. And Idan wrote a poem about his feelings, and it's called A Warrior's Pain, Kav Shel Lochamim. So I would like to sing.
ערב ראשון שלבן יושב וכותב לך מכתב על כל הדברים שהיו, כל מה שקרה בדיוק. אותיות מופיעות על הקיר, אני הפחד נעים להכיר, דמויות אוהבות לשחק, זזות כאן בבית הריק, הריק. ואת לא יודעת כמה ממך ניסיתי להסתיר את כל הסיוטים הלילה, צרחות ודם על המדים. את לא מבינה כבר למה אני מזמן כבר לא אני. תמונות רצות מאותו לילה, דמעות כאב של לוחמים. זה ערב ראשון שאת שם, שוכב וחושב לא נרדם, השקט לאט מתנגן, מקדיש לך עכשיו שיר לי שם, שיר לי שם. ואת לא יודעת כמה ממך ניסיתי להסתיר את כל הסיוטים הלילה, צרחות ודם על המדים. את לא מבינה כבר למה אני מזמן כבר לא אני. תמונות רצות מאותו לילה, דמעות כאב של לוחמים.
About 9 years ago, Blair and I lived for the year in Jerusalem. And we put our 2 older kids in school in Jerusalem. And we lived in a community called Baca in South Jerusalem and used to walk every day in Emek Rephaim. I would walk in one direction off to the conservative yeshiva, and Blair would walk the kids to drop them off at school. And we'd walk up and down, and we'd go to shopping at the Tachana Rishona, and we'd take them to Sababa Pizza. And constantly, I would wonder, was this experience impacting our kids in the most positive way? Would they remember that we had done this 10 years later? We were putting our lives on pause for this amazing experience. And would it help them form a Jewish identity that would make Israel a central piece? And when you live in Israel, it's easy for Jewish identity to become a central element of who you are. We walked down the street on Hanukkah, we're pushing a double stroller, and we saw 2 Israeli soldiers walking hand in hand on a date. And Shelby, who was 4 years old, pointed to them and said, "Daddy, those are the Maccabees." And she was right. And I feared every day that she would forget what she felt on that day walking down Emek Rephaim on Hanukkah. And I fear that every day we forget because we take it for granted. So many of us who grew up in this world, in our lives, we walk onto the campus and we see the Israeli flag every single day waving over us, and we take it for granted. None of us, I haven't seen one person stop in the entranceway and daven Hallel when they see the flag walking into our campus. I've never seen it, and I've never done it myself. But in fact, every single time we walk onto the campus and we see the flag waving over Jewish children, we should recognize that the reality in which we live hasn't been a reality for very long at all. And when we encounter a reality and we should appreciate it, we show that appreciation by saying the liturgy of Hallel like we do at the Passover Seder, because in this moment we recognize that we're free and it wasn't always the case. And tonight we recognize a different kind of freedom. We recognize the freedom to be like all the other peoples in this world, to have a nation state, and to live in a world where Jews can exercise self-determination is a freedom that we have not enjoyed in 2,000 years. And for many of us, we were born into this reality, and it's difficult to imagine the people who woke up before 1948, before it was a reality, who struggled to make it so. The year that we got back, we, of course, began our lives just like always, and it was as if the year felt distant. We were living back in Los Angeles. I was back in rabbinical school. Blair was back to tutoring. The kids were in school here in LA. And Yom Ha'atzmaut was approaching. And so one night I sat at Shelby's bedside and I asked her, Yom Ha'atzmaut is coming up. Do you remember Yom Ha'atzmaut? And my heart was filled with fear that she was going to say, no. The difference between 4 years old and 5 years old is 1,000,000 years. And she said to me, isn't that the happiest day that comes right after the saddest day of the year? And in that moment, I knew that when we bring our kids under that flag, we're not just creating a walkway. We're teaching them who they are. Every time we walk onto this campus, we're teaching ourselves who we are. And if for just a moment in the coming days you stop by the flag and you say thank you, not only to God, but the people who made it possible that that flag wave over this campus, that so many Jewish children walk onto this campus under the security and freedom that that flag promises to Jews everywhere in the world. If you just stop and say thank you just once this year, just think of this day. Think of the happiest day that comes after the saddest day. And think about how grateful we should be as Jews to live in this new world, in this new reality, where the flag waves above us and offers us just a little bit of a connection between us and the heavens. Cantor Rafi will begin Yom Ha'atzmaut with a taste of Hallel. Please rise.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו לקרוא את ההלל בצאת ישראל ממצרים בית יעקב מעם לועז הייתה יהודה לקודשו ישראל ממשלותיו הים רעב וינוס ההרים יסוב לאחור ההרים רקדו חיילים גבעות כבני צאן בצאת ישראל ממצרים בית יעקב מעם לועז הייתה יהודה לקודשו ישראל ממשלותיו מלך הים כי תנוס הירדן תיסוב לאחור ההרים תרקדו חיילים גבעות כבני צאן Everybody! בצאת ישראל ממצרים בית יעקב מעם לועז הייתה יהודה לקודשו ישראל ממשלותיו מלפני אדון חולי ארץ מלפני אלוה יעקב ההופי הצור הגמיים חלה משלמי לא מים בצאת ישראל ממצרים בית יעקב מעם לועז הייתה יהודה לקודשו ישראל ממשלותיו
We remain standing. We have our Hallel call-outs. You're going to repeat, please, after me.
Ana Adonai Hoshiana Ana Adonai Hoshiana Ana Adonai Hatzlichana Ana Adonai Hatzlichana. Are we ready to celebrate Israel, everybody? Are we ready? All right, youth choir, come on up. We're going to start with Bashana Haba'ah. We got to get our projector going. Bashana Haba'ah. Youth choir, please come on up. Here we go. בשנה הבאה נשב אל המרפסת ונספור ציפור Ya la la, ya la la, la 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 la.
Please sit down and enjoy.
You'll come back up in a minute. Okay, now for the interactive portion of our evening, we are going to call you up as though you're coming up for an aliyah to lead the next song. Anybody who has visited Israel more than 10 times, you are invited to come up and please stand here and help us lead in the singing of Am Yisrael Chai. Come on up. If you have been to Israel more than 10 times or more, this one's for you. Chai, everybody. You have to yell Chai as loud as you can, okay? Od Avinu Chai, Chai! Okay, next time we get there, from the top. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael. Get ready. Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu. Of the Jewish family who've been to Israel more than 10 times. Yes, you may have a seat. Next, I would like to invite up anybody under the age of 10. If you are under the age of 10 or 10 or under, please come up to the microphones here. Next slide.
Hello?
All right. Oh, Eretz Yisrael Sheli. Yeah. Okay, are you all listening to me? All of you under 10, Yeladim, Yeladot. We're going to sing a song about building the land of Israel. Every time we say bayit, I want you to make a bayit. Can you make a bayit?
Bayit.
Stop. Every time I say Eretz, I want you to point to the ground, like the land, Eretz. Every time I say Etz, I want you to make a tree. Every time I say Kvish, I want you to make a road. A road. Every time I say Gesher, I want you to make a bridge with each other. Make a bridge. And every time we sing Shir, I want you to just raise your arms up like we're singing a beautiful song. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Just put it in the middle.
Listen closely. Here we go. Eretz Yisrael Sheli Asani, land we treasure. Who planted it and built it up? We all did together. I built a cozy house in Eretz Yisrael. So we have an Eretz, land. And we have a bayit in Eretz Yisrael. Everybody, Eretz Yisrael is mine, a sunny land we treasure. Who planted it and built it up? We all did together. I planted a big tree in Eretz Yisrael. Listen closely. So we have an Eretz, and we have a bayit, and we have an Etz tree in Eretz Yisrael. Eretz Yisrael Sheli, a sunny land we treasure. Who planted it and built it up? We all did together. I paved a winding road in Eretz Yisrael. So we have an Eretz, and we have a bayit, and we have an Etz, and we have a Kvish in Eretz Yisrael. All right, everybody, we know this now. Eretz Yisrael Sheli, a sunny land we who planted it and built it up. We all did together. So I built a solid bridge in Eretz Yisrael. So we have an Eretz, and we have a bayit, and we have an Etz, and we have a Kvish, and we have a Gesher in Eretz Yisrael. Last time, everybody, we're going to do it in Hebrew now.
Ronnie, let's do it.
Eretz Yisrael Sheli yafa gam porachat מבנה ומנתה כולנו ביחד. I wrote a happy song in Eretz Yisrael. Are you ready? So we have an Eretz, and we have a bayit, and we have an Etz, and we have a Kvish, and we have a Gesher, and we have a Shin in Eretz Yisrael.
Thank you.
Round of applause for all of our students 10 and under.
Thank you.
Okay, and not to leave anyone out, all of our kiddos here from ages 11 to 19, you're invited to come up. 11 to 19. 11 to 19, including
Teen
all of our
Tuesday, please come up.
Teen Tuesday.
Teen Tuesday, please come up. You are all older than 11. Yes, you are. Ari, please come up here.
All right, everybody. We are going to honor our beautiful Jerusalem of gold, Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. All right, teens and preteens. Hopefully you visited Jerusalem or you will visit Jerusalem in Israel soon. Avir harir kalu hayayin vereach oralim nisa beruach ha'arbayim im kol pa'amonim uftar dematilan va'evel shvuya b'chaloma ha'ir asher badad yoshevet ובליבה חומה ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור לכל שירייך אני come on with me כינור ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור. I want to call up all my soloists from the youth choir to come onto the stage right now, please. All of my youth choir soloists for Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, please come on up. Please come on up. We're going to do this one more time.
חזרנו אל בורות המים, לשוק ולכיכר, שופר קורא בהר בבית, בעיר העתיקה.
בסלע אלפי שמשות זורחות ושוב נרד אל ים המלח בדרך יריחו
ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור הלא לכל שירייך אני ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור הלא לכל שירייך
אני
אוויר הרים צלול כיין וריח אורנים נישא ברוח הערביים עם כל פעמונים מובטר דמעת אילן ואבן שבויה בחלומה העיר אשר בדד יושבת ובליבה חומה
ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור הלא לכל שירייך אני
We're going to close this evening with Hatikva, but before we stand, I just want to explain, we're all going to proceed not in an Israeli style, but in an orderly way, into the hallway. The one element of Israel we're not bringing into the building tonight, we're not pushing and shoving for dinner, to get our chicken tenders schnitzel. It's outside in the hallway, down the hall, and then afterwards we're going to have Israeli dancing in Burdorf. So please, grab dinner in the hall, down the hallway, chicken tender schnitzel, and then Israeli dancing. And the last remark is, we should really be grateful to live in a city like this that supports Israel. Tomorrow, our very own Donna Bender is going to be delivering remarks in front of City Hall, and City Hall is going to be illuminated tomorrow in blue and white. So on behalf of all of us at VBS, if you get a chance tomorrow, call City Hall and thank them for recognizing how important the state of Israel is to the Los Angeles community at large and the Jewish community in particular. When people do this for us, we should call and express gratitude. Chag Sameach to everyone, one and all. Please rise for Hatikva.
Ulfate Mizrach Kadima Hailet Zion Sophia Od lo avda tikvateinu Hatikva bat shnot albayim Liot am chofshi be'artzeinu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim Liot am chofshi be'artzeinu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov.
Don't forget to get your tickets for food if you've already purchased.
Yeilanu, ulechol Yisrael. Yeilanu, ulechol Yisrael.
I run the youth department.
Thank you to Ben Thomas on percussion this evening.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Omri Pelek on guitar. Thank you, Cam Kruger on harmony. And thank you, Youth Choir. And thank you, all of you,
And thank you.
for supporting